What's up, everybody? Hello, Pumptown and friends. How you doing? How y'all doing? That looks really good. That looks really good. It's acting all slow. Hold up. It's a little better. So we got some buy side liquidity up here. This will be, this will be first target if it gets back up above this accumulation range and this price point here. This is the daily volume imbalance. It could be a weekly too. We'll check it out. What else? Let's go to the week. See what's going on for the week. Well, we nailed that bullish order block. Just slammed right for it. That was crazy. That's super crazy. So let's take this. Go there and then come to the daily. And that was the volume imbalance here. This was another price point. My kid liked this candlestick today for some reason. Yeah, we could still see another low maybe. Still some of this fair value gap to reprice into. But if we get back above half of that gap here, it'll likely be really cool. So, you know, I wasn't expecting this big of a run today. I was looking for this guy and that one there. That's all I wanted. And I wasn't trading today. I was just kind of practicing. And yeah, wow, what a candle. Look at that. So she just, I think there was a little volume imbalance here. A couple of ticks, it looks like. And it did its job. She hocked to it, yeah, 17 ticks, crazy. So, dropping into the 15-minute, what happened today? We just had the most babyest Judas here. We came down in London, hit the 1/3 ADR, seen the most ugliest Matilda in reversal profile. No tails on these candles. Comes up, and you know that's the fair value gap I was aiming for today, and then that's the volume imbalance on the order block in the daily. And so 7 a.m. here just got the most babyest Judas again. No real deep dig into liquidity. Even the news driver, wow, that was intense watching that this morning. It was hilarious, actually. You know, I was expecting a little reversal, but now that we're in the 15-minute, yeah, this thing could continue. Its SR flipped that quite nicely and retested it, so couldn't get back up above half that accumulation range, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, this news driver here this morning, that was wild stuff. I'll break it down in a second here, but see how it comes up to the premium fair value gap. So back in the daily time frame, that's this fair value gap here between this candle's low and that candle's high. That's the top of the fair value gap. Look at how price for the news driver come and dipped into it and then started selling off from there. crazy fun. And then so we had our 9:30 a.m. news driver punching it in that direction. So for those of you that are kind of like tripped out on not trading between 8:30 and 9:30, this is a good example of being convicted in targets. Okay, so let's take that, the whole fair value gap for the day. I'm going to leave that on and do the quadrants of it. Okay, so that's the midway point of the fair value gap. That's the top of the fair value gap. Okay, if you were aiming for the midway point and that price point given to you yesterday, and you were convicted on it, 9:30 opening bell opens here, right? It does a little Judas here and then slams down. So if your order flow skills are becoming a lot better, should be this candle, and you know this is a bearish breaker. When your order flow skills come into play, you can clearly see that it's bearish order flow. The reversal profile, which is ugly here, failed. So you're breaking bullish order blocks. So because it made a higher high than that high here, it becomes a breaker. So that price point here at 9:15 a.m. gets touched here and then starts selling off. And if you were waiting for the Judas, or you were waiting for, say you were bullish and you were waiting for a model, or you were bearish, you would have just completely missed the move. I know it's confusing at first, and that's okay. It's going to be, but eventually you're going to get it. So, you know, this is what we would call a delayed protraction profile. I call it type 2 because it didn't Judas up here and take this pool of liquidity. It made the lower high. So this is a really tough profile to try to get in sync with when you're bearish. The easiest one is where you rise up first and take a big giant pool of liquidity and then sell off. So getting in sync with order flow, we use I teach my students to use the 5-minute chart, and you'd be wanting to sell short up rallies into fair value gaps. So that price point here gets closed below, showing weakness in order flow. Even if it gets a retracement, that's fine. Hits the fair value gap, and there's your entry. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's ICT's first presentation for value gap as well. Comes up and sells off. Now, I'm not saying today was really awesome. I mean, its movement was pretty sweet, and pretty to the point for London actually doing something. But you can see there wasn't a lot of opportunities to sell short up rallies on the way down, these phenomenal ticks we've gotten. So when price is moving nicely, drop into a 3-minute chart. And you can see some more up close candles resisting price. It's not really too obvious. Check out the 1-minute chart. 1 minute's a little better. You can mark all the bottoms of your up close candles, and you can see how when price has a destination, you're typically going to see the phenomenon materialize, and you just got to learn to trust it. That's all. So far, having trouble getting back up above the midway point. So if I was to take a long, that would have been it. Either this dip here into this fair value gap and the top of this order block, proper order block, either this swing low on this close in 7 seconds, and pay myself here. Bam. So I would be long. And my stop would be right below here. And first place, I'll be looking here, but then I'm looking just above there, that pool liquidity here, and this candle with no tail. That's a good spot. There's probably going to be buyers here from everybody chasing short. So if you're in a long, you're going to have to sell. Who are you selling to? Buyers. Buyers with their stop losses saying, take my position from me, please. I chase price. I'm ready to lose. And then you go, okay, here you go, buddy. Now, pretty much if that swing low gets rated, stop loss would be hit and I'd be offside. That candle does have a tail. Sometimes you got to zoom right in or just hover your cursor over and then you look at the values up here. So you go your open and your low, you'd want to be the same, and it's not. This is where I'd like to see us close above. And I'll go through the chat. How's everybody doing? Press 1 if you're awesome. Press 1 if you're full of sprinkles. Hello, hello. What's up, Wildberry Cupcake? Long stream today again. Oh yeah, when it's bull mode, Sam goes Sam goes wild. So don't open your eyes. Streaks over. What is still a beautiful day. Happy to be here. What's up, buddy? Hello, love learning. Right on. I love that. What's up, Alex? What's up? Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just baby legend. I'm Peepoo legend. What's up, Jake? Jake Sully. Jake Sully. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Was Doge covered yet? You're hilarious. That little Matilda in the 5 minute after opening bell sent it. Yeah, buddy. I love how this candle has no wick on it. People be like, but it's coming against you. I know it is. That's okay. The 1 minute mitigation blocks are hilarious. Could have taken like every one of those all the way down totally. Ooh, I see a lot of deadly +1s in the chat. What's up? What's up? Chocolate sprinkles. See, he knows what's up. She knows what's up. I'm full of XRP gains. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm glad that it's doing something for you. What's up, Jesse? He? Oh, you're not. Okay, I thought you were somebody else. Word up. Hello, he. He's crazy, eh? He just wants to be funny. I mean, I'm down for another low, too. So let's see what that would look like. If we dump some more, where would we go? My kid's second target, maybe. He comes in, he's like, I want to see that volume gap. We're way up here. or something. And I'm like, which way are we going? He's like, down. And then he points, he goes, the volume gap. And I'm like, okay. So I put it out. And then I'm like, oh, can I get that on a recording? And I'm like, where are we going? He goes, down. And then I'm like, and then I was just like, point, where are we going? And then he starts pointing at this candle here. And I was like, oh, killed it. He didn't do the exact same thing again, but it was still funny. Anyway, where would we be going? Man, if we decided to just keep going. I mean, I had this at the beginning of the week, believe it or not. On Monday or Tuesday, I had this on a 4-hour chart, and I was kind of like it looks like it could want it if it really wanted it, but it would have to break through some things first, and we have broken through those things. So now it's becoming more of a reality. And it was just hilarious. This whole this whole thing was just hilarious. Yeah, we almost got back up. It's just toying with us. We got this little bugger right here. It was trying so hard. Now, again, it could keep grinding down, but I'm expecting it to want to launch into people's faces at some point from chasing. And this thing here, when I see this, see how price was, this is that volume imbalance in the daily time frame. See how price is just balancing it out. It's offering buy and sell. It's people be like, oh, it's chop, but it's really just balancing that price range. When I see that and then we stab up and dive, I'm looking for this to get railroaded. This is like my baby. If you throw on your RSI, you'll likely see divergence in here in probably every time frame below the 7. Just for reference too, we could pull our fibs. This is like our line in the sand here. Just hit the middle of this bullish order block here and seen some sensitivity, which is great. So my practice trade would have gotten stopped out for sure. What I did good this week, I don't got any skin in the game today. I'm just purely watching price action, trying to figure out where's you going next. Where's you going next, you honkler? And that's it. That's it for today. So, I could show you some things if you want to hang out, but like, I'm not trading. What's up, resilient living, Brett James? What's up? We have a 1-hour money printer. Nice. Cisco, what's up? Anson, what's up? Legend Soul Index Screener. You're funny, bro. So, we got to close above this guy. Great. Let's see if we can do this one next. We just want to keep the ball rolling. Yeah. What's up, AFKRA? AFKRA? That's short for Afghan Curry. Right? Or did I butcher it? This 15-minute needs to do something impressive very quick for us to be bullish. Otherwise, we're going to see a nasty drop. Was that daily bullish order block hit? I'm not by my charts. Yes. Yeah, we're actually digging in through it. I can't remember. I barely remember what happened this week. If it wasn't for yesterday, I wouldn't even remember the day before. For next week, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. It all depends. You got to understand, where does today close? Where's the settlement? Some of you guys are like, why does that matter? Well, because the candle closes. That's all that matters. We just freaking dumped. So if price action decides it wants to rip right back up to, I don't know, the daily open even, or near there, you'd have just this big giant stop hunt candle on the daily time frame, and that would show us that it wants to freak out to more upside. But if it closes way the hell down here, then we can, it's showing on a closing basis if it's heavy or if it's strong. That's what the RSI is reading, the closing basis of 12 candles. But we're doing real time, not delayed. Yes. You gotta wait for the weekly and daily profiles to end. 100%. That's why I could see it ripping at least back up to something. I don't know how far, but we'll see. I mean, so far so good. Honestly, I'm so glad we're not in price disco. I suck at reading when I don't have some kind of zone. I know. It was so nice. Even I know a lot of you guys didn't like it, but while we were in the chop, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Not gonna lie, just because there was so much stuff in the chop to aim for or get in sync with. No, I did not trade today. No, I sat and did nothing. We needed chop to relax today, word. Bro, you are a legend. Thanks, man. It's not like it's not, if London wouldn't have if dude, man, I'm telling you right now, I would have. If I had everything in the profile that I want to see today, because today was type 2 bearish or delayed protraction, if I would have seen a protraction profile, and I'm pretty sure Asia was decent last night too, man, I totally would have. If everything was in alignment, I totally would have. So I'm only partly legend. It's just price just kept dumping, and I was like, okay, well, just keep dumping then. There was one opportunity where it looked like it was going to reverse in the 15-minute, and then it got railroaded immediately, and then it used it as resistance. So if you were convicted that it was coming down here, that would have been a great trade. But, I was just watching it. I was just like, I wonder how many people are going to take that before this is hit. And then that happened. So we got 6 minutes and 54 seconds left here. This got to get back up there. It's got to do the thing, or else it's not going to do anything. Do you know how we made it into that candle's body here, or the wick here, and then it just swiftly rejected? That's not good. That's not good. It's not looking good. It was for a minute. I'm dying to not continue my trade. Like in a short. Hold it, man. I'm just waiting. I'm just reading price. And so far it looked like it could have reversed. And now it's not looking like it's reversing. You know. I think that was the 786 too. No. Just the boot. Just a boot. Now we're going to see some savage sensitivity out of there. It's either going to tank right through it. Yeah, buy. So much for that reversal profile. she just wants to bleed. That's all there is to it. Master Fren went over 50% on my combine. His top step, 50k eval. There's some wiggle room on there, but depends on how much he went over. Asia did nothing, box, and then identified bearish breaker, jumped at 830, retraced, and I was happy. Went short right after. Nice. Word up, fit. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I would love a TGIF setup. Not gonna lie. Look at that robbage. Oof. So I'm going to get all this off. Fit told me to be content and take a break, and I was dying while studying. Yeah. It's like, I don't even know, man. It's just something you gotta do. And even if you see a move, you're just like, oh man, I could take that. I know I could. Just trying to, I'm looking at this 15-second chart here. So if it wasn't doing that, I wouldn't care. Thanks. Dang, that looks so good. I don't like how it left this double bottom. So maybe we save that for the PM run. Man, I don't know who would have traded short now. Looks like it's gambling. Yeah, I would agree. But I remember when I was coming up and price would, this was when it was ripping, and I'd be like trying to catch the top or think that the rip up was the Judas for the ride down, and it wasn't. And it was so freaking annoying, bro. Thinking you could, you know, just take a shift in structure and that was it. because let me tell you, it was such a pain in the arse, man. You'd think that it was the thing, just like now. Just like now, it looked like it was the thing. The lower time frame's beautiful, everything perfect looking, and then it just got walked on, right? Or let's say it comes up into our buy side run up here and then dumps again. You know, that could totally happen. Once you're a killer, you get a coffee brought to you daily. She's just the bomb lady, dude. There's no other way to put it. What's up, Lydia? What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Today was fun, huh? She's like, no. No, I'm just kidding. He made 6K. Awesome trade, Anson. Who made 6K? Ryan? Yeah, happy Friday indeed. Thank God it's Friday. Speaking of which, I'm down with for the TGIF setup. So I'm happy with that being the bottom for the day, even though we could continue. But I would love to see it just snap and run out everybody, because it would be funny. That retracement in the range is just into some of today's range. That's awesome. So take today's high that was made in London. Wow. Okay. So that's the retracement for today here. That's the 20% retracement for today, and then 30%, and then this would be the weekly one above it. So I don't see why not. Here it is, the moment of truth. Look at this double bottom stuff here. Just stabbed into this buy side liquidity pool here and then started trading down. No good if you're in for a long. So it did get a close above this guy, which is a good sign. And now it left that candle here with no wick. Hilarious. So we need to SR flip that now. Boop. We don't want to see it dive from here for long. Today was actually great. Nice. How what now, Brown Cow Captain Edge? Like, I'll be real with you guys. I will be thoroughly shocked if we're not here by sometime today. Would you take time into play here for a setup? Yeah, of course. Yeah, buddy. How did who make? I don't know. I don't even know who made 6K today. To be exact, 3K's profit. Oh, so you're $1,500 over? Just go and lose a couple trades, bro. Take it down before the end of the day. Boom. Cheat code. If I held my runner, it would have been 5.5K. Nice, nice. So that 1 minute is bugging out on this order block here. The 5 minutes already gotten into the wicks here. Not looking good for upside right now. Maybe one more stab into here and then rip maybe. But that would be another low for the weekly candle. Going to zero, it's all Trump's fault. Get out. See ya. What do you think about the SBS pattern? The SBS, you're hilarious, man. I think you should stop following people who don't know what they're doing. If you can take that and make money, Godspeed. Look at that nasty rejection off of the sell stops. That was absolutely gorgeous. And just stomped on them violently. It was like, bye. Man, I seen this morning's news driver went up into the top of that fair value gap. It made the wick before. I'll show you guys. It was the craziest thing. But we're in that prime time now. So, you know, if I was taking a second shot, I'd be long here. Hopefully no taxes on crypto. Yeah. Who's SPS? Stoic TA, this guy on Twitter uses SPS. And I mean, he could be good at it, sure. I mean, he doesn't trade live or show losses. He just does whatever. And you see, the thing is him and I were studying together, and we were both Michael students together, and he went one direction and I stuck with it. And so here I am, stuck with it, not hating on ICT, and there he is doing something else and hating on ICT. So, I mean, do what you want, man. I'm not here to try and sway your opinion. You just do what you want. That's what it is. So if I was in a profitable trade, we'll just say that guy. I would say I'd pay myself at that high here if it was permitted. It's like half that gap. That wouldn't make me feel very good unless it snapped up from there. We call them sour grapes. There's a lot, man. There's a lot to SMC. Like I'm not, I'm not hating on him, but at the same time, he shouldn't be hating on us. You know, he's like, oh, he he took a long off of a trend line SR flip, but it was in. I pointed out that it was in agreement with the algorithm, that it bounced off the mitigation block, and he's just like trying to say something. And he's just like, oh, I thought order flow was bearish. And then it kept dumping yesterday. And at the end of the day, I said, see, you identified bearish order flow, but you didn't identify the high resistance liquidity run. So you don't know when order blocks are going to get walked on. You don't know which ones to trust yet. That takes practice. That takes time. You got to know where price is likely going to go for which order block or PD array you're going to trust. Eventually, it will become obvious. And if it's not obvious, you just sit there and do nothing. And this is where everyone blows it. They're just like, I think it's going to do this, so I got to be in. I think it's going to do this, so I got to be in. It's just like, no, did it tell you it was going to do that? Because the algorithm will tell you what it's going to do next. As long as you can see it wrong, you can front run it, you can enter too late, you will screw it up. But for the most majority of if you know what you're looking for, what time you're looking for it, and you just sit there and practice, you can't screw it up. Like, it would be impossible for you to be a failure because you would just know that price is likely going to go to places and you can pay yourself. You know, and if it doesn't go there, then you just wait for the next setup. You don't stress out about it. Start chasing price action and acting like an alcoholic, uncontrolled. You know, no self-control, just freaking out. I mean, I say that like I'm like some sort of freaking self-control hero. I'm not. Not even by a long shot. I got issues. That's why I'm sitting here doing nothing today. Because I get bloodlust and I'm like, yeah, give me that money. And then when the worst part for me is when price action's not in agreement with what I'm expecting, I can't let it go. Especially if it's in chop. But really only when it's in chop. When it's in chop, that's where I have the worst time. Because I can clearly see where it's likely going to go. And it might even happen the next day. But I don't let it do its thing. I just keep going. Okay, we're in a premium. I short, put my stop loss. If it runs 40 ticks, I'll put my stop loss up, let it go. Oh yeah, if it runs, it runs. And then it comes back. And I'm like, oh, now I'm looking for a setup. Even though it ends up maybe going my direction or not. But that happened to me like 3 weeks ago on Friday. It just was not going anywhere. And then literally Monday, boom, right to where I wanted it to go. It's lame. It's like right now, it's just being a butt nose. You know, it should have held these candles in here, but it decided it wanted the sell side liquidity pool. And you know, is that a shift in structure? The best buy signal ever? Well, so far it is dumping. So let's see. That's so lame. I was really looking forward to some pumpage after dumping in everybody's faces today. That same dude does that so much it's annoying because eventually it does the thing. Yeah, and you can see it and you can forecast it, but then all of a sudden it just doesn't want to do it then. Nice, attaboy, Hansen. Nice. So if I was in a pretend trade there, where would be my stop? So that would be 2 for 2 trying to catch the bottom. I don't know, it was somewhere in here. I mean, that's pretty much 40 ticks there, so boom, we'll just call it. That'll be my second shot. Whoop-de-doo. Let's find this fool. Bro, you know we are a ditto on this part. The week tore me apart because of that. This week was pretty nasty, man. It was not exactly, like, pretty much all week was chop except for a couple days. So 20 some odd seconds here. Where does that close? So it closed underneath that up close candle. You know, if we're going to see violence, it's pretty much going to be right through this guy. Otherwise, we could dump from here. Violently. Unbelievable, huh? Oh, is that the fakie? She didn't. She's doing that range balancing. She might rip soon. Who knows, man? It's gotta. If it's gonna convince me at all, it's gotta get through this guy. Like, the people who are chasing price today are just having a blast. Like, they are on cloud nine today. You didn't need to be a genius to make money today. Yeah, Nutty was happy after 3 red days. BTC does that so much, it's annoying because eventually it does the thing. BTC is a wild animal. Crazy. That's crazy. Oh man. Like, that's the whole thing. Is it running for down here or what? Like, what is going on here? You breaking the rules today. You're supposed to be back up here now. Oh man. 20,237, he says. I know we had this earlier, and that could totally be it. But, like, wow, what a dive. Pelosi's house looks like a target. What I'm looking for is very specific. So if it shows up, it'll show up. That 15-second was almost looking like it was going to do the thing. I'll take it. Not that I'm taking it, I'll just take that close where it is. So I would like to see price action start working its way back up. If it wants to go back up, it doesn't have to. But it's just not logical that they keep giving traders like Nutty the breakout artist profitable trades. Like everybody who had their buy or the sell stop order here to sell short got triggered and they're in profits. So going down for the rest of the month, I'm not sure about that. Oh yeah, Crypto Physio, yeah. Pelosi is Satan's daughter. Or mum, I'm not sure. Yeah, Satan's mom, that's right. Well, I was hoping to get something a little better out of our macro here, and it doesn't look like it wants to do the thing. Yeah, man. I'm just shell shocked that it doesn't come up and start rating these people who chased. Boring. Gonna be in a boat, just loser. Yeah, typically, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we don't see this launch today, it'll probably be Sunday opening and Monday. And then that could bleed out into a bullish week. Because we dipped pretty hard today. Yeah, no, I see it, Jesse. It's getting weird. I had that at the beginning of the week. You know, like it was Monday. And it was just like, you know, does it want to come all the way down for that? That would be hilarious. That's hilarious. Just watching this 1 minute cycle. Where does it close? Closed above. It's pretty good. So this 5 minute cycle here needs to close above this guy. Just touched the midway point, so yeah, we wouldn't want to see us trade back below this box from here. Anson, you long? Or are you still in your short? Close above the midway point there. That's cool. Oh, nice. So I just want to see it close above this candle. 3 minutes. It's now hit this up close candle here. So this is going to be what we want to see it blast through if we're bullish, which I'm not looking to chase price. Okay, you know, as far as I'm concerned, targets have been acquired, and I'd be looking to try and catch something the other way. So, you know, this, if it wants to continue here, this is going to be what it's going to sell off from. Anson. Took Turtle Soup long on demo. Don't think I will ever do it on funded or eval. You will eventually. You'll love them eventually. They're pretty fun. That did close below the midway point. There's gaps in these candles. It's just not showing. And it's really ready to get its butt moving. Which is unfortunate because that was a beautiful tell if it wants to go up. Looks like another bearish Tilly on the 15. I'm down. Just missed it. Give me a push, buddy. Give me a push, buddy. Where you go now? If it doesn't get back up above this red line here soon on a closing basis in a 5 and 15 minute time frame, we're going to do another dive. A violent one, probably. Like, this is the time where you want to see it start making its little reverse. Like, this is the time you want to see this profile materialize. Like, this tells me it's going up now, for sure. But it already did that twice. So, you know what I'm saying? How far does it go up? Does it want to slam back down after? That's the game we play. You know, I would like to say it's bottomed out several times already today. If I was trying to catch a bottom today, I'd be pissed off. You know, like, this is ICT's one set up for life, so I would expect that it would want to work out. We'll see. We know how she likes to, you know, play games until the last little bit of that candle. So I just give it its opportunity to punk everybody and wreck everybody till it decides. The closing is the decider. You know, that's where you make your decisions, not in the middle of the candlestick. So that's when you can go for a walk, you can do push-ups, you know, you could clean your garage, go 15-minute intervals, beep, beep, beep. Oh, check on the chart, didn't do the thing. All right. Yeah, it's like when you're playing a 15-minute time-based chart, it's literally irrelevant what happens until that candle closes. Like, we could rip all the way up to the high of this candle and still close below the low of this candle in the next 6 minutes. So we could just come back up, grab all the shorts, and then just start ripping back down for sure. You know what I mean? So we're getting through this guy. So the midway point's going to be really sensitive. We want to see it smash through it and close. Oof, that's okay. Now we need the 1 minute to do it. You need to trust me, bro. That's awesome. 20 seconds, 5 minute, do the thing. And I wouldn't use this for an entry technique, but it just shows us that order flow is kind of strong if it gets a close above there. It's already freaking 4 candles away. And that's stupid. You don't want to see that. You just want to see it keep going. Anson, you're stressing me out, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I need a cigarette. Just bunk. This is boring. Take a break. Take 5. A little busy today, buddy. Today's my busy day. Nice job. Nope. What's up? With what? Leave them on alive. I can't do this right now. This. Polar Express. Like, yeah. Boom. What did we do? Nothing. No, we did start trading up in the blue box and then got rejected again. We do this all the time. Just bouncing between PD rays, and now it looks like it wants to dive. Wow. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. And look at it. Oh, it was looking so great for like 5 seconds. Unbelievable. Back up above. Just do something cool. That totally looks like it wants to sell off. 20 seconds. Oh, man. Anyone else like thoroughly annoyed? Like thoroughly? 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Nice attaboy, Sam. BTC is a butt nose, man. I would leave it alone. Wouldn't even look at it till next week. Yeah, clearly you didn't zoom out yet, so look out, buddy. Well, I am thoroughly bored, and other than this profile here, I don't really see anything worth trying to, we just dumped a little tiny bit since it started, and this is all we get. So, whatever. Go and enjoy your weekend, everybody. God bless you. Thank you for joining, and we will see you probably at the Leverage Mastery if you're a part of the Discord. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Peace out.